Fancy ingredients are no longer limited to high-priced brands, it seems. The Inkey List recently released their 15% vitamin C plus EGF serum to prove that. EGF stands for epidermal growth factor and is one of the up-and-coming buzz ingredients for 2020. I will go into more detail about what they can and cannot do later, but so far they were found in products at the upper end of the price range, which is absolutely not true for this serum. Hi, I'm Dr. Anne. I'm a medical doctor with a passion for skincare that works. On this channel, we explore the science behind skin and do quick reviews so you learn to pick exactly those products that work for your individual skin concern. So if this is something you're interested in, please consider subscribing and ring the notification bell. Now, price does not equal efficacy. We have learned that by now. But before we dive into the whether or not I think the product works, let's hear what the Inkey List has to say first. Achieve smooth, healthy-looking skin with this cutting-edge formula. Vitamin C combines with plant-derived EGF to create a potent dose that helps brighten dull skin. EGF helps skin regeneration and supports natural collagen and elastin within the skin's matrix, while ascorbylglucoside converts to pure vitamin C on the surface for a brighter, more even looking complexion. It comes in a pump packaging, which I like. 2 pumps are enough for my face and neck, and the product itself is watery, slightly yellow, and has thankfully not this raw meat ascorbic acid scent. Can't really say what it smells of. The Inkey List 15% vitamin C plus EGF is suitable for use morning and night. Probably even for twice a day if you want, but I personally prefer it in the mornings. The reason for that is the texture, lightweight and easily absorbed, just how I prefer it in the mornings, and of course the antioxidant abilities. While there's nothing wrong with using antioxidants at night, I like them as extra protection during the day. In terms of ingredients, this is a simple formula, not as in basic, but as in straight to the point. When it was first launched, there was some confusion as people initially thought it contained hyaluronic acid. It doesn't, but other than that, it does what it says on the bottle. It contains ascorbylglucoside, a vitamin C derivative that is more stable and effective at a more neutral pH, which in turn makes it less irritating. As I said in my Everything You Need to Know About Vitamin C video, I'm going to link it up on the screen, we still have the best data on the original DIVA, L-ascorbic acid, but ascorbylglucoside shows promising results as well. Then there are preservatives, some solvents, and the other main ingredient, EGF, which stands for epidermal growth factor, or the Inkey name oligopeptide 1. Epidermal growth factors are proteins that regulate cellular growth, proliferation, and differentiation under controlled conditions. They play an essential role in maintaining healthy skin function and structure. It is, however, still an issue of debate whether or not topically applied growth factors do actually work. The term plant-derived refers to the means of harvesting the EGF, which is in this case probably through genetically altered plants, as opposed to, let's say, bacteria or human cells in the lab. Now, if you ask me if this product is worth its money, well, I admit that I did not see a huge difference in both the brightness and the firmness of my skin. But then again, I already have a skincare regime that is dedicated to brightening and firming, so it has several ingredients to target these issues. So it was not really to expect that I see a dramatic difference. If I combine it to the original, the Inkey List Vitamin C serum, you might remember that I was not a fan. The original one contains 30% ascorbic acid, which, while effective, was irritating for my skin. I could only use it when mixed in with something else like hyaluronic acid, and while that worked, I'm just not a fan of skincare that I have to mix. So I was not convinced. This version is much gentler, but at the same time brought less noticeable results. Maybe you can't have one without the other, but I'm not yet ready to give up searching. So this is really nice, but it doesn't wow me, which is what is needed for a skincare snob like me to actually repurchase a product. I will continue my quest to find a vitamin C product that is highly effective yet non-irritating. If you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. The EGF is nice, but right now on its own not enough to convince me to make a repurchase. I think this is great for sensitive skins that don't tolerate ascorbic acid products because it has a nice texture, and the ascorbic glucoside is something that shows promising data. And of course, if you're on a budget, this is great, but in my opinion, it's definitely not a must-have in your regime. I'm going to link to more videos on the screen now that I think you might enjoy, and I'm going to see you all very soon with another one. Bye!